Well, after committing just 3 years ago $100 million dollars to children's programming, the Daily Wire has reportedly completely given up on that and laid off 25% of their entire staff, as well as hiring a bankruptcy attorney and much more. This has gone from hearsay to pretty considerable evidence behind it, including some of the former staff apparently speaking out. I don't think it's a good thing. I might not like Jeremy Boring or Ben Shapiro very much, but there's a lot of good people at the Daily Wire, probably a lot more good people at the Daily Wire who are never on the camera. The people that run their social media accounts, people that write the scripts, people that edit the videos. All of these people are who I think about. It's not like, losing big talent. Now we know for sure why Brett Cooper left. I'm sure they didn't have any money to pay her. And none of the big talent has really spoken out about this, but this seems pretty legit now. And I suspect we're going to hear from Daily Wire later today because it's just too big to ignore. Huge shout out to everyone who's helping me get my store going on Amazon. I need like 400 reviews on our K-Cups and like 400 more reviews on our ground or whole bean coffee. So I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comment in the comment section to our store. Please consider picking something up. Almost everything is available for free next day shipping at this point. All of our K-Cups, all of our ground, all of our whole bean. But once you pick something up, please come back to the item and after you get it and leave a review. Our blueberry K-Cups, our strawberry K-Cups, our gingerbread K-Cups, everybody loves these if you're looking for a place to start. We also have all of our flavored coffee in whole bean and ground available there. Almost everything's in stock. Pick up a bag or a box of the K-Cups and help us by leaving a review. Also linked, brand new, we have put our Mother's Day gift box on Amazon. It's going to be the only place it's available. It's going to be cheaper for you because you won't have to pay for shipping. But we need some super husbands or super sons to pick it up early and make sure you leave a review. Because, well, our goal, we're betting, is that hopefully we can get some new customers who don't watch my YouTube channel. But once you pick up the Mother's Day gift box, this one we really need your help with. Come back, take some pictures of it, write a review, because nobody's going to buy something with one review. So we definitely really need your help there. Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire has been hit by layoffs just a few weeks after CEO Jeremy Boring, who was trying to become some sort of conservative media entertainment mogul, stepped down. A Daily Wire spokesperson tells me, quote, "As part of our ongoing plan to better align resources with business priorities and growth areas, the Daily Wire has made the decision to streamline, in some cases reduce some of our workforce. This decision was based on business needs and operational efficiencies. We are deeply grateful to our impacted employees for their contributions and providing them with severance and career transition support. Our focus remains on delivering highest quality content and experience to our subscribers by ensuring the long-term success of our business." First of all, great to hear that they're giving them severance. Second of all, I think as somebody who runs a business, somebody who has run several businesses in my life, this is probably just a classic case of overreaching, overgrowing too fast. I'm literally going through that with Coffee Brand Coffee right now. That's why I'm so annoyingly begging you guys, please go to Amazon, get the product. The part of the reason is, one, I do need reviews, but two is I had to double my inventory, meaning, I had to spend $100,000 in inventory to stock up, Amazon plus my website, and it's good debt. Once the stuff sells, I'll be fine. It's not like I have credit card debt or loans. It's debt for product, but that was a choice I made. And now we need a bigger building. So we decide, okay, are we going to move into the 15,000 square foot building or not? Should we wait? I'm hoping a bunch of people pick up Mother's Day gift boxes and K-Cups and stuff. So then, that we can move in sooner than later. But, they expanded with the movie stuff. Then they had Bent Key. And it seems like they decided, well, if we have to cut something, it's going to be Bent Key. I don't think any of their movies have really made them a lot of money, with the exception of perhaps Am I Racist? Or maybe What is a Woman? But, I don't think the Daily Wire is going to shut down completely. And I do think that they are, outside of Ben Shapiro, at least I will say they have been a big net positive in the space. And I hope that they can return to that and they can start worrying about America instead of Israel exclusively, it seems like. You see, report Daily Wire lays off employees from kids department. Conservative news media Daily Wire has reportedly laid off employees from its kids department after Daily Wire co-founder Jeremy Boring announced he was stepping down as chief executive officer. There was also another high-profile layoff, some woman high up in an executive. Let me see. I had a source tell me her name. Hold on, I have to keep it off screen. Even me, little old me, is starting to get inside sources. This is Alyssa Cordova, who is the vice president of public relations, apparently, also out. According to sources, Alyssa was, quote, Jeremy's minion, one responsible for crafting the company's aggressive and paranoid media strategy. I don't know, maybe. There are claims that she stalked former employees. She kept folders of clip videos of their enemies and helped wage internal vendettas under the guise of PR. Now, this is actually something we've heard before. We've heard this before about the Daily Wire. I think it was when Candace left. There was this big story about they were like reading people's emails and keeping files on people. And this is now the second time. So stalked former employees, kept folders of clip videos, helped engage in internal vendettas under the guise of PR. One source said the disaster of their PR strategy over the last year was cooked up between Jeremy and Alyssa. Also shutting down its kid division entirely, roughly a quarter of the company. They must have really hired up for that. Internally, people are furious. One source put it bluntly, if they let Jeremy go a long time ago, many people would still have jobs today, and everyone knows it. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Here's somebody else's, you see this, not sure if these reports or accusations are true, but I did have one interaction with Alyssa Cordova, and it was not good. It was after a shared public document, after I shared public disappointment about the Daily Wire releasing a sports show, Breakaways, copying the name of my show at TPUSA, Breakaway. After my sports show Breakaway had been established for a year, Daily Wire released a sports show called Breakaways, where they interviewed multiple players who I had already chatted with on my show for their own courageous stances in the sports coup era. Jonathan Isaac, Eanes Cantor, Freedom. I felt slightly disappointed by the Daily Wire. I also share my love and respect for Allison Williams as a journalist's bravery amidst ESPN firing her. After the release of Breakaway's trailer, I shared a tweet and an Instagram reel of my disappointment that another conservative outlet, who is well aware of my show, because I had Jake Kane, the host of their show, Crane and Company, on my show previously, could be so careless. That led to Daily Wire's VP of PR, Alyssa Cordova, reaching out to Turning Point USA to try to get me to delete my posts. Whoa. Turning Point and Daily Wire have had a long-standing relationship, as do many conservative media outlets with each other. The conversation started with Alyssa and Daily Wire reaching out to TPUSA executives, providing no apology, but telling them to get me to delete my post because it was, quote, hurting the launch of Breakaways. I refused, but requested a conversation with Alyssa Cordova to rectify the situation. Here's my phone conversation. Here's how it went with Alyssa Cordova. When I chatted with Cordova, she was combative, gaslit me throughout the entire conversation, claiming I was disrespectful for posting about this publicly, again issuing no apology. She also claimed her and Daily Wire didn't even know about my show. The name couldn't be changed, and deleting the post would be a sign of, quote, good faith. Deciding the juice was not worth the squeeze to keep the peace between the organizations, I said I would delete the posts if Daily Wire would post a public apology and or set up a meeting with Daily Wire executives to talk about working together on sports-related content. She agreed, but she and Daily Wire never followed through and then ghosted him. Brutal. Brutal. I mean, sounds like it's all true. This connected to USAID funds. People asking a lot of questions, how much USAID funds were funneling into Daily Wire. I don't know. There's no evidence of that. I think that sometimes in business, you have to make tough decisions. And, you know, to lose the kids programming, I think is far worse than losing their mediocre movies. I think they should have stuck to the kids programming. I think that there's a much bigger need for that. Culturally, I think it has more effect. You know, putting out What is a Woman only panders to people that already agrees with you. Putting out that dumb Lady Ballers movie only panders to people who already agree with you. Good, wholesome, Christian, conservative kids programming is a massive hole in the market. And I think they just picked which one they thought they had the bigger upside. And having they just made the money on Am I Racist, they decided to cut that stuff instead. That's my opinion. But what's weird is just 3 days ago, Ben Shapiro said this.
Last but not least, the so-called God King of the Daily Wire, Jeremy Boring, who's been on this podcast many times, who is your partner in founding the Daily Wire, is no longer co-CEO, along with Caleb, who was his co-CEO for years. And now he's going to be doing something else. So there's all sorts of chatter about this online, Ben. People's tongues are wagging. People who used to work for the Daily Wire suggesting this was a terrible implosion and that Jeremy was impossible to work for, etc. What is the truth?
I mean, the truth is that Jeremy stepped down to pursue things like Pendragon, which is the single biggest...
Which people say is massively over budget and years late. And it's only a 7-episode thing, which I don't think people are going to flock to pay for the Daily Wire for that. It's not Game of Thrones. I know it's its own thing, but I think they overinvested in this.
I think entertainment offering ever put forward on the right side of the aisle, like ever by a long stretch. People are going to be blown away.
It's like a Game of Thrones series that you guys are
unbelievable.
producing
It's
right
unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it's like high fantasy, Arthurian legend, 7 episodes at very high cost. I mean, it is a major, massive project, and he has to go and he has to edit that. We have to figure
Notice
out
how he said a very big cost.
That. We have other creative projects that Jeremy is going to work on, that Jeremy wants to work on, and that Jeremy is involved with. And frankly, the day-to-day management of a very large and growing company was not, I think, in his view, conciliant with that mission, which is for him to do more creative projects, to do more on the entertainment side. Frankly, I think for Jeremy, that's where a lot of his heart is as well. And so he wanted to put more focus in that as we mature as a company. As far as all of these sort of bizarre rumors that we're in serious trouble. Oh no, everything is bullshit. I mean, as somebody who looks at the balance sheet, I can tell you that is certainly not the case. And we are healthy, we are growing, we are thriving, and we have extremely big moves that we are looking forward to making this year.
So they just cut the kids' entertainment thing, and 25% of their staff, and hired a bankruptcy attorney allegedly, because things are going super great. I don't know about that, but I don't think the Daily Wire is going to close down. You make cuts, you deal with it. I don't celebrate, but 3 years ago, Daily Wire claimed they were making $100 million investment in children's programming, complete with Disney. To compete with Disney at a time, I wondered where in the heck Shapiro got access to that kind of money. Maybe it was USAID, I don't know. This is hopefully the end of it, and hopefully they can stabilize now. But in the meantime, I've got my business to save too, which starts with you being a great son or a great husband and a great friend to me by pre-ordering your Mother's Day gift box on Amazon. It should ship probably in the next week or so, maybe even sooner, as they're checking them in now. But most importantly, once you get it, please take a picture. Leave a customer review. Like, I need at least 20 of you. And hopefully 30 or 40 or 50. We sell thousands of these every year. They sell out every year. I could give you that as a reason to buy early. But I generally don't push it that hard until May. But I really need to make sure I get like 50 reviews. So I'll leave a link to our store, pick something up. Make sure you come back and leave a review, and I'll leave a link to that in the pinned comment in the comment section down below. You can also just search Coffee Brand Coffee on Amazon and probably find it. Hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to you again real soon.